Welcome back to the 2-Minute Warning. Today I'm looking at the Green Bay Packers after they just re-signed running back Aaron Jones, 4 years, $48 million. But before getting into that topic, question for those of you viewing, an opinionated question. Who is your all-time favorite Packers player? Is it Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, Reggie White? Whoever it is, comment it down below and I will reveal who mine is at the end. But looking at this deal, very surprising in my opinion. 4 years, $48 million. That is a lot of money for a running back. That's right around Ezekiel Elliott range where he got $90 million for 6 years. I think that's just above $12 million. I'm not going to do the exact math. But really, I like the move by the Packers because Aaron Jones is a great talent for that team. He can run the ball very well. He's very good at pass blocking, which comes rare amongst running backs. And really, we just thought the Packers wouldn't re-sign him, and we thought Aaron Jones, I think a lot of people saw him moving on to the Miami Dolphins. That's kind of a, kick in the nuts for the Dolphins fans and the Dolphins organization. However, I guess free agency didn't even really start yet, so they couldn't have been banking on that too much. Very surprised they did re-sign him, though, because if you remember last year in the 2020 NFL Draft, Packers first round drafted Jordan Love. Second round, they drafted A.J. Dillon. You're thinking, well, if they're investing so much in a running back high in the draft and not really getting Aaron Rodgers the help he needs at other positions, offensive line, defense, next receiver, whatever it may be, you thought, well, maybe since they're going with A.J. Dillon in the second round, they're going to invest in him for the future. He'll be on a cheaper contract. He'll be on his rookie contract rather than re-signing Aaron Jones. And then your other backup, Jamal Williams. I really thought they'd move off of Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams because they drafted A.J. Dillon. Now, since they re-signed Aaron Jones, you're kind of questioning why they even drafted A.J. Dillon. I thought they'd go one of the two routes, investing in Aaron Jones for the long term and not worrying about a running back in the draft, or since they're worrying about a running back in the draft, not investing in Aaron Jones. However, I guess they decided to do both. Whatever that angle is really now, I assume they'll let Jamal Williams walk, but either way, no matter how weird the tactic is or the angle is or how much he costs, Aaron Jones is a great talent. One of the top running backs in the NFL, definitely top 10. Top 5 is a tough benchmark to put him in right now. You got your obvious ones of Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook, a healthy Christian McCaffrey. No, not in any order and by any means. Then you got Saquon Barkley at number 4. Number 5 is really going to be fought for in Aaron Jones. There's a lot of young rookies that are looking good. Can't think of any damn ones off the top of my head. Chris Carson's great. Kenyon Drake's Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Rojo's pretty good. Alvin Kamara, he would probably be my number 5 over Aaron Jones, in my opinion. That was a big name I was looking for, Alvin Kamara. So, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara. I think Aaron Jones is right outside of that bracket, but he doesn't crack the top 5 for me, in my opinion. So to pay him that much money, I guess that's just the market for running backs. I guess it's understandable to an extent. However, I don't see this, taking the Packers to the next level. They had Aaron Rodgers or Aaron Jones last year, and they made it to the NFC Championship, of course. But I don't see them changing their game plan. And now you're thinking the Packers are going to be the serious threat. Of course, will be a threat, but be the serious, winner. They have the odds to win the NFC. I don't think that'll change their outcome. However, it does lock up their future for a while. You still got Rodgers under contract for a bit. You got Adams under contract for a bit, and you got Aaron Jones under a contract for a bit. So you now do have a solid trio. You're investing in the future that you do have. However, like I said, this doesn't take the team to a Super Bowl contender. This is the same pretty much roster as last year, really in free agency, where the Packers don't make a lot of moves. You hope they at least make some move, get Aaron Rodgers an extra receiver. He might have the best receiver in the NFL in Davante Adams, but after him, it drops pretty quickly. Your big red zone tight end and target and Robert Tonyan is going to be free agent. You got, Valdez-Scantling. You got Alex Lazard. So you do have names, but still, there's no X factor outside of Davante Adams in the receiving core. To me, you should look at a receiver that has talent, but you'll still be able to get at a fair price. Maybe Corey Davis from the Titans or Will Fuller from the Texans. Great hands, great speed from some of those guys, and really they won't be overpaying completely as if you were for Kenny Golladay or an Allen Robinson, even though he's franchise tagged. You know what I mean? So I hope in Aaron Rodgers' sake for him to go to the next level and take the Packers to the next level, they get him a little more. And even if they don't, maybe look at the draft, maybe look at a late receiver like Kadarius Toney from Florida. You're not going to get lucky with Devontae Smith or Kyle Pitts or Jamar Chase, but there are still some top prospects that will be in the first round available for the Packers to pick up. Of course, the defense you want to help out a little bit. There is talent there, even though Kevin King got completely crapped on in that NFC Championship. I do think he has raw talent, and other guys on that defense really, there's a foundation there, but there's no, in Jair Alexander, there's no complete depth where you have a little bit of talent here and there, but it's not in sync. You need a little more depth, and you need a little bit more pass rush, I think, in my opinion, for that Packers team, for them to be, I still think they're a threat in the NFC, but to be the odds favorite to win the NFC, I don't think right now this Packers team could take on a LA Rams that now has Matt Stafford, a healthy 49ers, or a Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They'll still make the playoffs and be just fine in my opinion, but I don't have them coming out and winning the Super Bowl. So overall, good move for Aaron Jones. He's got his money, and clearly he must like it in Green Bay for him to re-sign, and they do think this will help out the team, but it's not going to, like I said, take them to the next level. I'm really surprised where the Dolphins are going to be looking for running back right now. Of course, there's several on the market still if you want to take some gambles. There's Todd Gurley, Le'Veon Bell, or maybe you're just looking at in the draft with your 18th overall pick. At number 3, they'll probably go offensive lineman or receiver, but at 18th overall, there's some great running backs and Travis Etienne from Clemson, Najee Harris from Alabama. You have Trey Sermon from Ohio State. Dolphins have plenty of moves, but Aaron Jones and the Packers sticking together. Not sure if they're overpaying, but we'll see. The salary cap was reduced. Maybe in the future it'll be a great deal, but right now it seems like a lot for me. But it's still an overall good move that if I had to pick, I'm glad the Packers signed him because I do think Aaron Jones is better than A.J. Dillon, but it just makes you question why you would ever draft A.J. Dillon if you're just invested in Aaron Jones. But we'll see. Maybe it'll work out. Maybe he'll be a big reason they become a Super Bowl team. Who knows? It's still early in the offseason. It hasn't even really begun, and we'll see how he does last year. Can he make it in that top 5 running back list? We will see. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like I said, comment down below your favorite player and what you think of this Aaron Jones move. My favorite player, being a little biased, I didn't watch Brett Favre play. I didn't watch Reggie White play. I like Jordy Nelson a lot. Charles Woodson I saw a little bit with the Packers, but I'm probably just going to go with the generic Aaron Rodgers. Hard to argue against him, one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Thanks for watching, guys. 2-1.